Jim, welcome everybody to the Cook Ep7. Got my guest here, KC. What is going on, my brother?
How you doing, bro? Great to be here. Happy to have an awesome Sunday with y'all.
Fantastic, dude. Yeah, it is definitely Sunday. Normally I stream on Saturdays, but I had to go do some volunteer work yesterday for scouting, and so I had to move to today. A lot of fun because like after an hour after this ends, I got my other show. But anyway, so KC, okay. So let me. We met in Miami.
Yes, sir. Accelerate. Specifically at the Soul Flare Super Team USA Mario Kart party, which was probably the coolest event of the whole week, honestly, in my opinion.
Hands down. Yeah.
Together.
Amy Street with Super Team USA did a phenomenal job putting that together. Soul Flare, of course, showed up in a huge way as they always do. So shout out to them.
Soul Flare.
It was the party to be at, and we kind of onboarded you there a bit.
Yes, sir. LP Army going strong.
Looks like maybe your camera is frozen here. Yeah, we onboard you with some LP, and that was a lot of fun. I don't know how much you're still doing that, but yeah.
Frozen?
What's that?
Am I still frozen?
Yeah, you're still frozen.
All right, let me try to fix it real quick.
Yeah, no worries. Anyway, welcome everybody to the show. We got quite a bit lined up for you. We're gonna talk beer. We're gonna talk workout. I got a cooking video this week. Street tacos or tacos al pastor.
Oh baby.
Yeah. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up, and just KC will hopefully be right back fixing his camera. Yeah, anyway. So let's see what is going on here. Let me just share my screen. Let's see. We'll go here. There's KC's X. So that Crypto Ninja. There we go. There's his X. All right, guys. So come check him out. And I am filling space until my guest returns. Let's maybe put on some music here. Let's see if we got anything going on. Yeah, there he is. There he is.
All right. Am I back?
Yeah, you're here, my brother. You're here.
Oh, Lordy. Okay. All right, you can see me. I'm back. I'm unfrozen.
Yep, unrugged. So we're all good. Let's rock and roll.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. So, Casey, so you've been involved in a lot of stuff over time, and I'm just like looking at your X here. It seems like recently you've become a Soul Flare ambassador. What is that all about? What do you do as a Soul Flare ambassador?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I could barely hear you. My volume was too far down.
Okay, so you're an ambassador for Soul Flare. That's kind of a new thing.
Right.
What all does that entail?
What do you mean exactly? Like,
I mean, what does it mean to be a Soul Flare ambassador?
I'm a rep for the brand. As you can see.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. Okay, Soul Flare was my first ever wallet. It's the only wallet pretty much I've ever used. I switched over to Phantom at one point for about 3 months, and I'm just being totally honest with you, Soulflare guys. But I realized that it's not. They're not focused on Solana. Soulflare is focused on Solana and being Solana first, and they care about the Solana community. If you go to any of these IRL events, you see Soulflare there. They're one of the first booths you see, one of the biggest booths you see usually. So far as IRL events that I've been to, not trying to bash anyone, but I haven't seen any other wallets at any of the Solana conferences that have been put on. So what does it mean to me? And what is it, I'm just extremely thankful to be part of the Soulflare squad, and it's the whole community. It's all my friends.
Yeah. I've got a lot of friends with Soulflare. I mean, like Vision, he's in the chat. He's a Soulflare guardian. I'm a Soulflare guardian. Okay, so you've got some special projects going on, but first I want to ask, if you want to tell, like, what is it that you do, like day to day, like how you earning your bank, right? What do you do?
As far as the Soulflare badge, you mean?
Like how you making the living? How you supporting the fam?
Okay, we'll take a step back. So my main gig is actually not crypto. I am a bar manager of a restaurant in Southwest Florida. And that's what I've been doing I've been in the restaurant and beer industry for about almost 20 years now. And I've been at this current restaurant for 13 years since the day we opened. And
I think we lost him.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You froze up.
Am I still frozen?
You're still frozen.
Weird. I don't know what's going on, dude. Okay. Well, I guess
talk a bit.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead and talk, and you can work on this here in a bit. But go ahead and tell us the rest of your story. I think we lost him again.
Web3 has been a huge part of my life for the last 6-7 years now. I joined the Solana community back in about 2021, I guess it was. And I never looked back. Solana is home. And,
nice, yeah.
So that being said, some of my biggest passions in life are crypto, specifically Solana, and beer. And so I'm working on putting those two together and creating kind of my own thing.
Yeah. Well,
we'll crack a little beer.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, guys, don't forget that you can't drink all day unless you start in the morning. It is still morning for both me and KC. But like this right here, you got these youngins. Why you do what you do, and they're just cute as heck. They're young, a beautiful family. My son is already grown, but I could tell you, being a dad is one of the most rewarding things that you can possibly do. It's being a parent, raising children, and you learn so much from it. I'll say this again later. If you aren't learning from your children, then you aren't paying attention.
Exactly. Like quite true.
I learned so much just, and I learned a lot because my son is autistic, and so I had to learn a lot about well, one, patience, understanding, better, like how to teach or how to deal with something that seems like such a simple idea to me. Um, I'll tell a story of whenever I was a kid. Growing up, my sister, she's 1 year younger than me, and she would always struggle with spelling. Like I could spell real well, everybody else in the family could, but she always struggled with spelling. And my dad would get so frustrated with her, and because he was like, "What do you mean you can't spell? Like I don't get it. Why just do it right?" And I remember that, and it really struck home as I became a father to really understand. It's like, why can't you do this? Why is that not simple for you? But people are different, and learning that and how to teach something in a different way, maybe not the way that makes the most sense to you, but the way that makes the most sense to them. But you learn so much about yourself and others, just by being a dad. Um, so anyway, um, what I mean, do I assume you experienced the exact same thing, being a father yourself? And I think
it's all a learning experience. I mean, I guess all of life is a learning experience, but kids teach you more about life and about yourself than probably anything else. At least anything else that I've experienced. So it is probably, that's for sure.
Okay, so I see you've cracked a beer. You talked about working at the bar and all that. You've got this project called Brew It on Chain. So brew beer on chain, drink it in real life. Can you tell me about this? Like, what is this project? What's it about? Give me the alpha.
Okay, so as you can probably hear in the background, my children are downstairs. Oh, there you go. Hey, this is as real as it gets, man.
Yeah, no, it's real. It's legit. It's all good, dude.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So, oh gosh, I can't even focus. All right. So, Brew It on Chain. This is something that I've been working on for a couple.
Oh man, I think we lost him. You still there, Casey?
Who it is today. Can you still hear me? I'm just double checking.
Yeah, you cut out there for a minute, but I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. All right. So yeah, so Brew It on Chain I've been working on for close to 2 years now, and it's slowly developed into what I'm kind of gonna tell you about right now. So basically, I'm
Okay, internet's rugging. I guess. Lost you, KC. This looks like a game. Solana Brewing Company, Garage Tank Active. Hopefully he comes back and tells us how to participate in that.
Bro, this is stupid.
Yeah, it's getting wild here, man.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna switch to something else real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Yeah, we're all good. So I'll kick some music back on, and we'll rock out while we're waiting on him to. I'm just going to share some other alpha for you guys. With Meteora, a lot of stuff is happening. We're coming into Meteora's next chapter of growth. They're building the final stages of the Meteor referral staking program. Super bullish here. It started out as this concept, but here we go. Like, it'll be a mechanism that'll allow us to integrate both the app, the product, and the Met token together. And it basically kind of gives people that ownership in growing that. So the sticking is built on top of the DLMM, and they've been building out this feature stack, in preparation for this, like making LPing as easy as possible. And I've been watching people LP on Robinhood chain and other stuff to like
great, man.
try that out, and they are discovering quickly that it is just like the worst, or it's not as easy as it is with Meteora. And of course, massive community, the LP army, it's what feeds everything, right? This is what makes it so good. But for now, that's the alpha. Referral staking, it'll give you a way to onboard new people and grow the protocol with clear ownership and upside, and staking Met will allow you to participate in that. So you can infer what you want from that. I can't give any more details than that, but that is the alpha for that. So it looks like KC is back. So let's get back to the beer, and actually a toast to you. Good morning, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. So brew it.
And cheers,
Tell us.
and cheers to that. I'm pretty excited about that whole referral system. That's going to be really cool, man. Huge.
Super bullish.
Yep.
Super
Bullish stuff. Okay, so I just want to get everything kind of reset here real quick. First of all, I wear a lot of different hats. Okay, so let me get my correct hat on here.
Nice.
All right, there we go. Brew it on chain, baby.
There we go.
Okay, so I was trying to stream from my Seeker phone, and it just didn't want to. I don't know if I'm having an internet issue or what, but this is my main phone now, and hopefully we won't have any issues. So,
All right.
back to brew it. I don't even know where I cut off, so I'll just start kind of at the beginning.
Start over.
I've been developing this idea for close to 2 years now, and this is kind of what it's become at this point. And it's still not a finished product, but you'll see in the next couple months here, we'll be releasing some stuff. So Brew It on Chain is combining two of my biggest passions in the world, which are beer and Solana. And now I'm going to give you guys something fun to play with. So Brew It on Chain is where you'll be able to brew a beer in a game on chain, and then you'll be able to bring it into a physical location and redeem it for a real beer. So that's kind of the basic idea. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than that. There is a whole game behind it, a whole interactive game, which I guess if I had to pick a third passion, gaming would be my third passion. So we're combining maybe my three top passions here. So we have, you'll be able to go into the game and mint a ingredient NFT. And so it'll be a bunch of different ingredients, and you'll be able to take those ingredients and combine them in. I saw you scroll by the little picture of the mash tun where you combine all the ingredients, and right there, yep, exactly. And
Right,
so you'll
here.
put them
So
all in there, and you'll.
That's
brew
one of
them
the
into-
NFTs.
No, actually, this is just a graphic that's in the game.
Okay.
But it is an actual graphic that's used in the game. And so is that. That's right there is your actual brewery. That's what you start out as. You are a garage brewer. That's how you start. And you'll be able to upgrade your brewery so you can have more capacity, brew more beers at once. See, there's only one tank there right now, so you only can brew one beer at a time. But basically, you mint the the ingredient NFTs, and then to start out, we have about, I think, 18 ingredients, and then there's different recipes. You have to kind of figure out the recipes and combine 4 different ingredients to make a beer. It's pretty I mean, it's just a little trial and error. You just got to put them into the mash tun and see which ones go together, and it'll kind of verify that that's the correct recipe for the beer, and then it'll pop up and say brew beer. Then you brew it, and it takes a certain amount of time to brew the beer. Once the beer is finished, you'll receive a beer NFT in your wallet. We have, I think there's like 13 or 15, can't remember, 13 or 15 different beers that you can brew to begin with. And again, then you'll be able to bring that NFT into a physical location and burn it for an actual beer, like I'm holding right now.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. And that last mechanism is one that I'm like super curious about, like how that would actually work. Is it something you would have to coordinate with the different places, or like how would that work?
Yes and no. So
okay.
we're part of this whole thing is we're going to be establishing a physical location, which will be built in stages. Eventually it will be, a micro brewery and beer bar. But to start out, we're just going to be kind of a simple little beer bar and bottle shop. And that'll be like the first phase. And then the second phase, we'll add a small brewery in the back so I have a ton of connections in the beer industry down here in Florida. And the idea is that we'll have, different brewers come in, each week or each month or whatever, brew a couple beers with us. And, that's part of what we'll serve, on tap. But it'll be a small, it's not going to be like a full-fledged brewery at this point. But it'll be a fun little place to come in and, redeem your beers. It'll be obviously a regular bar as well. So anyone can come in off the street and get a beer and stuff like that. But, yeah, and then besides that, obviously, not everyone lives here in Florida, right? So not everyone's going to be able to come to that location. Right. We will have partner breweries that I'm still working on the actual mechanism itself, but basically they'll have the brewery itself will have like an app on their phone. They'll pull up, you'll scan it, and you'll scan it or they'll scan yours or something. It'll initialize the burn of the NFT, and then you get your beer.
That's super cool, man. Bullish. So when will people be able to try this out?
Hopefully within the next couple months. That's the goal. Okay. I'm working on a couple other little things that I think are going to have a big impact to the project as a whole. It's not exactly something, I don't have all the details nailed down yet, so I don't really want to say much about it yet. But
okay,
let's just say there's going to be another kind of PFP collection of NFTs as well that I'm having. Well, hopefully it's again not finalized, and I don't want to, but you should recognize the artist. I'll say that much.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Cool. And my camera is messing with me today. Let's see if we can't get that to unrug. Just a second.
My connection seems to be more stable with this phone.
Yeah, your connection is actually pretty good right now. All right, so there we go.
I gotta play around with that seeker a little more and see what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, Ginzu's in the chat, man. He says, "I love beer. I will travel for brewskis." Right on, dude.
Yes, sir. That's my boy, dude.
For me, for the longest time, I was not actually a beer fan because I had only tried domestic American, which in my opinion, a lot of them are just not that good. And then I got introduced to Trappist ales.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
For anybody who doesn't know, Trappist is a so like they're monks, and it's a specific kind of monk. They follow these Trappist teachings and what have you. Um, and it's mostly in Belgium. These monks, they brew beer, and it's really like in one part, while they're fasting, they drink these beers, and they're hearty beers to help sustain them. But they also like sell these beers to support themselves, right? Because even though they live this frugal life, it's not totally free, so they have to do something. And in order to have that label, there's a whole lot of rules. I'm not going to go through all of them, but part of it is it has to be brewed like either in the monastery, or like under the direct supervision of the monks and all these things. But one of the other things is that after they take the money to recoup the overhead and what it costs them to survive, be monks, any money left over has to go to charity. Okay. Wow. Must go to charity. And so like feeding hungry kids, poor kids or whatever. So drinking Trappist beer is like philanthropy, right? I'm drinking the beer, poor kids get to eat. Or another way to say it is, if you don't drink Trappist beer, you hate poor kids. Yeah. So anyway,
that's great, dude.
Yeah. No, and really, like the best one in the world is West Lateran, and this monastery. These guys, like, they super do not care. They just want to be monks. They brew only what they need to be monks for the year. And it's like so hard. Even if you live in Belgium, it's super hard to get this beer. And they don't export it. They exported it like once many years ago when they needed a new roof. But like if you live in Belgium, like you have to call their special beer reservation hotline, and it's like one case of beer per phone number, per license plate, per person. And if you manage to get a reservation to purchase this beer, they're like, brother so-and-so will meet you on this day at this time. He'll sell you this one case of beer for this much money. Take it or leave it. Right. And I mean, and that's it.
Wow.
So
I didn't know all this, dude. This is really interesting.
Yeah. And their bottles are like, it is a plain brown bottle. There is nothing on the bottle. The only one time did they print anything on the bottle, and that was for the special edition that they sold in the US to build a new roof. But the only information on this bottle is like on the cap itself, and it's like the bare minimum required by law. And like, I mean, you come knock on their door at the monastery and they're like, go away. We're busy being monks. They're like super serious, but it is like one of the best beers in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. I get excited. You talk to me. I talk about Trappist ales and beers, and I will go on a tangent.
But, dude, don't get me excited. That's what it's funny, because like every once in a while, I do serve tables at the restaurant as well. So like, I love people. It's a perfect job for me. But I like to talk to people. So, I have on my little server book, I have a big Solana sticker and a bunch of, like nice. Helium. I got a bunch of stickers on there. I guess I need a World Mobile sticker now. Forget the Helium one. I shouldn't even have mentioned that. But anyway, right, yeah. Yeah, I end up sometimes, like, people will be like, what's that sticker? And I give them an explanation, and I'm like, but please stop me. I could keep going forever. Like, I could talk crypto or beer for such a long time. That's
for real.
It's one of the only things. Honestly, it's funny because I'll see some people come in the restaurant and they'll just sit there and talk and talk and talk and talk. And I'm like, how do you have that much to talk about? I don't know if I ever have that much to talk about, but you hit me with the right topic.
Yeah.
So on beer, I could go forever, dude.
Yeah, legit. Yeah, no, I used to go to this one tap room. They only did craft beers, and there was this one guy working there who he was like a beer encyclopedia, right? And you're like, what is a Kolsch? What is a double IPA? And like the guy could like, it didn't matter how busy he was, he couldn't not answer, right? And so we would just like mess with him. Like sometimes we were like, hey, what is the hop content of blah blah blah, or like, what's a Radler? And he would just like, and he would stop and he would just like explain it, and he was like, I know you guys are messing with me, but I can't help it. It was just
funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious, dude. So much fun.
What beer are you drinking right now?
It is a Belgian ale, Tremens Delirium.
Oh, Delirium Tremens, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, you win. You win. Oh, what? And you drink. What is that, dude?
Hey, this is my Viking drinking horn, brother. Yes.
You win. You win, bro. I don't even have a chance.
I didn't know it was a competition, but no,
it's not. But that's tough to beat what you just did. This, I have a Dogfish Head, which is obviously a classic. This is their Citrus Daydream. It's obviously with the artwork you can see it's an ode to Grateful Dead, but
yeah,
it's just a nice light starter beer. Because wait, where are you at?
Oh, in Texas, North Texas.
Okay, so you're 2 years, Jesus, 2 hours later than me, right? Or earlier. You're earlier, right?
1 hour earlier.
Oh, just one. Is it just one? Okay, wow.
Just one.
Guess I don't know much.
Eastern, Central, yep.
Nice. Yeah, I wanted to start out with something a little bit lighter this early in the day, but
yeah.
Loving it.
Dogfish Head, aren't they the ones who made Sea Winch?
Sea Quench, yes.
Sea Quench?
Yep.
Oh my god. And that's a sour, and I hate sours, and I think that might have been the worst I've ever put in my mouth. like why? I mean, I would just taste it and I was like, why? Why would anyway?
I can partially relate to that. My fiance loves Sea Quench, but she loves sours.
Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest sour fan. I'm a pretty I like just about every beer you hand me. Like, put it in front of me and I'll drink it. If it's a sour, I'll still probably drink it if that's the only option. But I'm not. Yeah, I haven't quite acquired the taste. There are two specific sours that I will drink every once in a great while because they pair well with something specific. And this is really weird, but Prairie Artisan Ales, which is a pretty well-known beer distributor.
I've heard of them.
They have two different beers. One is called Slush, which is just like a rainbow of flavors, but it's a sour. And then they have one called Rainbow Sherbet. And they're both very similar, and they're like very like fruity sours. And for some reason, I don't know, I accidentally discovered this a few years back. We were watching a movie one night, and the only thing we had was a couple sour beers left. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna drink one. And I drank a sour beer with some kettle corn. And that sounds such a weird thing. Like kettle corn has that little bit of sweetness to it, but it's got the salty as well. The sweet and salty with the fruity sour, the pairing is out of control. I don't even know. I don't know exactly why. It just works so well together. So that's typically the only time I'll ever drink a sour is with some kettle corn.
That's hilarious. And it's funny because my buddy Tex just showed up. He's Belgian, and he LPs for beer. So good, man. Good to see you, Tex. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to that. LPing for beer, dude. I mean, unmatched.
Yeah,
dude.
no, he's full time up here. And actually, and I wanted to tell you this. So, like, because this is kind of, to me, this is the dad show today. So, this Viking drinking horn was actually a Father's Day gift from my lovely wife several years ago. And it's one of my favorite things because it's real horn and all of that. Yes, it's real horn. Yeah, and it's got a little kind of like gold cap to it or brass or whatever, but it is definitely real, and it comes with this cool little stand that you
That's so cool.
Yeah, you
can actually set it down.
Yeah. I'm not just laying this thing on its side, so you fit it into the stand there,
dude.
And
that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. Amazon, baby.
That is so cool.
You can get it off of Amazon cheaper than you think, and it's like I tell people, you can buy anything off of Amazon except for self-respect. But
do you know what kind of horn it is? It doesn't really matter. It's badass either way, dude.
I'm sure it's Cal.
Yeah. Wow. That's sweet.
Yeah. All right. So, and speaking of Father's Day's gift, I got this one. World's most badass dad.
Oh, dude, that's obvious.
yeah. I love this mug because everybody's got like the number one dad, best dad, blah blah blah. But are you the most badass dad?
Exactly. I think I have. Let's see. I have it here. Nope. Huh. Usually I have my Solana mug up here. It says GM on it.
That's like one thing I don't have. But anyway, I'm going to segue into something else here. But here, this is a post from you from some time back here. Another Sunday ballin', can't stop, won't stop. Might be getting old, but I can still move. Super bullish on that though, right? Because you staying fit, staying active, it's good for you. It's good for your family, taking care of yourself, and hell, it's just fun, right?
Yep.
It's good.
Sundays is one of my favorite days of the week specifically because of this. And I guess if I had to pick a fourth passion in life, it would definitely be basketball, because I play basketball every Sunday morning at that park that you see right there.
Oh, nice.
And I've been playing with these same guys for 24 years since I moved here to Florida in 2002. 24 years. I've been playing with mostly the same guys, like a lot of the same guys. Some guys have come and gone, but it's something I look forward to every Sunday morning. So when I wake up on a morning like today and I see that it's all rainy and gross outside, I'm like, oh, man. Although, obviously, that court you see right there is a covered court, so it doesn't matter. We'll play there anyway on rainy Sundays. But I knew I had this coming up, so and I had to get to the store, too, this morning. So we just skipped basketball today because it was kind of rainy and yucky anyway. So, but we'll be back at it next week, 100%. I can't miss another one.
Yeah, legit. No, yeah, for real. That's awesome. And I also want to give a shout out to so Suck It Out. We just started streaming this to Twitch, and we have one viewer. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, shout out to our one viewer on Twitch. But most people are watching on X. Anyway, so exercise, all this, staying in shape, it's super important. And however you do it, I think, it's like whatever works for you. And me, I'm like, so they say there's this thing where you can be lean, you can be jacked, like really strong, and you can be natty or natural. You can only pick two of those things. If you are both lean and jacked, you are probably not natty.
Fair.
And if you are jacked and natty, you are not lean. And that is me. I'm 50. And as you get older, men, we lose our testosterone. That's what helps us lose weight and you know, lift all that. But I work every day. I work every day. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys some workout stuff that's great. You know, whether you are just trying to stay in shape, lose weight, you know, me, I'm not trying to be like, you know, a marathon runner or anything like that. But even, you know, bodybuilders will tell you that cardio is still super important. So I'm just going to show you guys some videos here of some of the cardios. I'll talk about like why. So this here is, you know, your standard treadmill, and pure walking outside of the treadmill is definitely better. But if this is what you can do, you do it. You see bodybuilders like just walking is one of the best things you could do. And this is actually like it's inclining right now on this, and that really helps work out the legs or whatever. But just walking is so like good and important. But doing it on a treadmill is boring as hell. And I think that's why a lot of people don't do cardio or whatever, is mostly because it's boring as shit. But
Fair.
yeah, anyway, other options, and this is something, this particular bike where you just like sit with the backrest. This is actually one of her favorites that she likes to do. It's low impact. She doesn't have good knees. And then, you know, your other standard kind of bike. This is all good working out. It's not too heavy impact, but if you struggle with the knees, you know, this may be a thing. But if you want to take biking to the next level, you get on the assault bike, and it works those arms, you know, and you can see it's generating all the wind, right? Just blowing the hair, which is, you know, that keeps you cool. I love the assault bike, but it will kick your ass in a hurry. Like in a serious hurry. I don't know if you've ever seen the assault bike.
I have. I'm trying to remember. I think my parents used to have one. It was either my parents or my grandparents used to have one in their house, because I remember riding one of those things and like doing this whole, as a kid, thinking, "Oh, this is fun," you know?
Yeah. Dude, it's brutal. It's a great workout, though. Great workout.
Is it actually called an assault bike?
It's called Assault Bike, and I don't know if that's the brand or what, but you know, it actually, see if it's, no, you can't read it from here, but yeah, it's right there on the side. Assault.
Okay, interesting.
And it feels like an assault on your body, but what I like about it is that it doesn't just work your arms, I mean your legs, but it also works your arms and your upper body.
Like almost a full body kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and my other favorite thing about it is because of that, it's got that fan, it blows and helps cool you off.
That's nice.
The other kind of cardio that I'm going to show is like is for, in my opinion, people who it's either like, I see a lot of women doing this, I see firefighters doing this, but also people who just hate themselves in general. And that would be the Stairmaster. I don't know why anybody does this, but it is absolutely freaking brutal. I mean, it's a legit workout. If you've got bad knees, this is not for you. But I've seen people like practically run on a Stairmaster, or like I've seen these women, they come to the gym and they're on that thing for an hour.
How you do that for an hour? Get out of here.
I have no idea. No idea.
I would be toast.
Yeah. I absolutely do not do it. It is also boring as hell. I was like, I'm going to get off this thing. Okay, so the next one that I got for you guys is, this one is fairly classic. It's great for, you know, upper body as well as legs, and just good. But it's also, to me, one of the least impacts on your body. And for me, because like I used to weigh like 325 pounds, and I found this burned some of the most calories. Was doing the elliptical, and you see you could do the short steps, and that works different parts of the legs, and the
Interesting.
wider stride, it'll adjust to different parts of the body. But this is really good. Like if you've got like some bad joints or what have you, the elliptical is a fantastic cardio workout. Still can get boring, but
That's another one that I'm pretty sure. Again, I don't know if it was my mom or like my grandparents or what, but someone had one of those, and I remember doing one back when I was a kid and thinking, man, this is fun, man.
yeah, it's fun until it isn't. But
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really wear me out so much as far as like, you know, it's not the hell that the Stairmaster is, but I do find it boring, and I really think that's one of the things that gets people stopping doing it. But my like one of my true favorites for cardio is this right here, and I'm just showing you guys my gloves that I'm using really quick. I'm using these MMA gloves, and the reason that I use MMA gloves instead of regular punching bag gloves is so that I can still LP on my phone at the gym.
Hey, that's what
In
I'm
between
talking
rounds, I don't
about.
have to take my gloves off. I can still be making money doing that.
You know this guy's committed, bro. You know this
Yes.
guy's freaking committed when he says that.
LP anywhere and everywhere. But so yeah, here we go. And I was already actually pretty tired after doing this. This is like the last thing I did. And I'm not the best. Like I've never taken like a professional or anything. I just watched some YouTube videos. I try to work on my form. I need to work on it more. But to me, this is like some of the most fun cardio you can do.
I like it.
Well, you know, you can pretend that you know you're punching that Deb that drugs you on a token, or you know, whatever, right? It's just, I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Ooh, that three combo right there. I like that one.
Yeah, that one's a lot of fun.
Ooh,
I
that
actually
guy just got knocked out, bro.
I actually installed this this bag at my gym. I had been talking to the manager, and he was like, because there used to be a punching bag at that gym, and it was just like on a regular stand that was strapped to the pole. And you know, I got on. That's part of the reason why I joined that gym, and I broke it 3 times. Yeah. And I fixed it 2 times, but the 3rd time, like the strap for the bag ripped or whatever, and so it was donezo. And I asked the manager, like, can you fix this, replace it, whatever? And he was like, no, we're just gonna get rid of it. And I'm like, bruh, you know, you're killing me. But anyway, long story short, new owners, all of that stuff, and the guy was like, hey man, you know, if we put in a heavy bag, we would be the only gym in town with a heavy bag. And I'm like, word. And he asked, he's like, would you be willing to put it in for like a couple months free membership? And I said, hell yeah, right? Yeah. So he bought all this stuff, and I got up there and I drilled through this steel pole, and that was loud as hell. It was a lot of fun. But you know, there's even like I helped restuff the bag and all that, but so much fun. That is one of my favorite cardios to do. But
Nice.
The best cardio day now is a little bit of bragging. The best cardio, maybe bench press.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, it's not actually cardio, but so guys, if you see what I'm doing here, and I should do a full thing on bench press here. But you see me coming in, and I'm positioning my hands there, and you see what I do there, how I lift up like that. So what you're doing on a bench press is you want to bring those shoulder blades together, right? So it's almost like stretching the chest already. And then you arch your back and you use your feet, whatever. So you do that. What's up, Cloud King? He's in the house.
My guy, what's up, Cloud?
Going on.
Miss that
so
guy.
This is, yeah, I love him too. He's a great guy. I did this about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. New PR, 300 pounds. I don't know what that is in kilograms. For let me do the conversion here for the people who don't measure in freedom units. 136. Yeah, 136 kilograms. So anyway, good curve on the back. We'll get set and like that. And no spot here, you'll notice. This was PR or ER. I'm mentally psyching myself up for this because I want to drop it on my neck.
Dang, so son.
Right? Yeah. So I just like, to me, I had to brag. It's got nothing to do with cardio, but super proud of that.
Heck yeah, dude.
Bro, I had been stuck on 290 pounds for like, I don't know, 5-6 months. It was crazy. And then like, it just seemed like I couldn't go up. And finally I got to like a couple months ago, got to 295, and I just keep working. I tried 300 pounds a few times. Even tried it with my buddy Crime out in Miami when we were there for Accelerate. We were going for PR or ER. Didn't happen, and normally I have someone spot, but I said, fuck it, I went for it. And
dude, that's what I was like. That's what I was about to say. Like, you didn't have a spot. I mean, maybe that gave you a little bit of motivation.
Maybe it did. You know, I don't know. I mean, I will tell you, like, before you go and do a PR, you want to, you need to eat well. That get some energy. You want to hydrate to get the water in your muscles. Super important. You want to relieve yourself, go to the bathroom. Weirdly enough, that can have an impact. Warm up your muscles, especially your triceps. And I take a lot of pre-workout. like 550 milligrams will wake the hell up. But
little dry scoop action.
Yeah, just snort it. But what's going on, man? What's going
you
on,
almost
guys?
made me spit my drink out, bro.
Anyway, yeah, that was my 300-pound thing that I was getting to. But anyway, what I was talking about before is, you know, cardio and working out. And guys, this is super important that you add it to your life. You know, right now, while I wish I was lean, I care more about getting, you know, like big muscles and lifting heavy and whatever. So it's either go and do steroids or just live with a little bit of tummy. But anyway,
what's the I don't know anything about what's this whole peptides thing. I keep hearing this word peptides. What is that all about? I don't know. I know nothing. I don't know anything about it at all. I'm zero.
You're asking the wrong person.
Oh, okay.
I do not know.
Okay.
I focus, you know, like, and protein, I don't really take like the scoop protein too much. I really focus more just like on, you know, like eating protein rich foods, a lot of meat and dairy, you know, all these things. I take creatine, which is, you know, it's good for rebuilding that muscles. It's good for your brain, all that. And of course I take electrolytes to rehydrate really well. But I have not gotten on the peptide train. I couldn't tell you what that's all
I
about.
feel like I have no idea what even it is. It sounds to me kind of like a controversial thing, like steroids. Like it's I don't know.
I don't know if it's as
Obviously,
risky as taking roids, but you know, I don't know.
yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
Wasn't planning on going that route anyway. I'm more of an all natural kind of guy.
yep. To me, I think that's best. I mean, my best friend, he got to 315, but he did that, on gear. Um, and he stopped taking that, and now he lifts less than me. So now I get to get to that. But Cloud King out there always shelling. Who needs peptides when you could just rip Soul Flare back?
Soul flare packs all day and all night, baby.
Yeah, getting ripped one way or the other, whether it's yeah. Good luck to you, brother. Whether you're lifting and getting ripped or doing Soul Flare packs, go for it.
I
Yeah,
manifest an epic for you, sir.
yeah. Good luck, bro. Good luck,
Or
man.
legendary for all that matter, whatever.
Been having a lot of fun with you, KC, and time's almost up actually, but I still have to show you guys the cooking video, so we're gonna kind of lead out with that. So here we go. Tacos al pastor.
God, I love food.
Tacos al pastor is one of my favorite dishes. Al pastor basically means pork. Um, this obviously it originated from Mexico, but it come really from Lebanese immigrants who come over, and they would have the big spinning things of meat, and they kind of brought that over with them, and Mexico really adopted it. But anyway, tacos al pastor are very delicious. I buy the meat. It already comes kind of pre-seasoned from the market that I get. It's these chunks of pork here. But I'm going to season it up and make it even better. And here's how I do it. I'm going to take some apple cider vinegar and put just a little splash of that in there. And I've got here diced chipotles in adobo. So we'll dump all of that in there. That helps make it nice and spicy.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I've got some coarse ground salt, just kind of to taste. That looks good.
Always
Got some onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, and some chili powder. One thing you can add to this, if you'd like, is oregano. There is such a thing as Mexican oregano, but any oregano that you have will do. And of course, black pepper. We dump all that in there. And I've cut up about 5 limes. I want to squeeze all of that in there. So fresh lime juice is really the way to go with this. It just adds such a great flavor and also the acidity that you want to this. It helps really balance everything out. And so I got everything added in there, and I actually did add some oregano to the mix here. I'm going to drop my meat in there. This is about 2 pounds of pork, and try not to get it all over you. But I'm just going to massage it in there, mix it all up, and we probably let that marinate for a little bit before we cook it. And a lot of times tacos al pastor is served with like a pineapple salsa or whatever. I make my own thing. I've got pineapples and fresh mango that I dice up and put in here. I also add habanero to it. And when you got habanero, I'll show you guys something about peppers. When you cut into this, what makes a pepper hot? It's not so much the seeds, it's this white membrane on the pepper itself. So if you want to reduce the heat of a pepper, all you got to do is remove as much of that white membrane, as you can, and that will really cut down on the heat. But anyway, with this, you want to dice it really thin. You don't need a whole lot here. I'm going for kind of extra spicy, so I put 3 in there. But you can get away with just 1 if you'd like. So I've got all that put together, and I've got myself a skillet here on medium heat with just a little bit of oil. I'm going to drop that in there to cook it, remove some of the liquid. Now, the other thing that you want to season it with, if you've got it, tahine. This is great, all-purpose seasoning that you find in Mexico. But you can find it in a lot of different other places. I buy it very easily here in the U.S. It's great on fruit. It's great on just about anything. So I'll season that up and let this cook on a medium heat and just kind of like stir it as needed. No big deal. Time to cook the meat. I've got this up on kind of like a medium-high heat. I put in a little bit of cooking oil here. Now, this is too much meat to cook all at once. You want to do it in batches. So put that on there, let it get a nice sear, and we'll turn it. It only takes a few minutes for this to cook. Just remember to use separate tongs because this is raw meat, and we'll use separate tongs to turn it and pull it out. And the salsa just kind of is going to cook along the way, and maybe we'll add more tahini to it as it cooks down and it reduces the liquid. So the meat's been cooking. We finished one batch. We got another batch in there. I got me a separate little bowl that I put the cooked meat in, and I put a lid on it, just kind of keep it hot. While we're cooking that, we'll prep the toppings here. So I've diced up some onion. This is white onion. It's the preference over yellow onion, but you can use a yellow onion. It looks almost the same, but this is the tradition. The next thing that we want to top with is cilantro. Hopefully you don't have the genetic issue where this tastes like soap. But to cut this up, we just take this and I roll it together. And then I just dice it like that.
That's how you know you're a cook, bro.
Done. And I'm going to quarter some limes that we squeeze right on top in the end, like so. All right, y'all, meat is cooked, salsa is cooked. All that's left now is to prep the tortillas. We use a white corn instead of yellow corn. It just works better. I always double up for one taco, 2 tortillas.
Good move.
I add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. You can use whatever oil. This just has, in my opinion, a better flavor. And I just put that down. Put as many as I can reasonably fit into the pan at a time. And I just drizzle a tiny bit of oil on top. On a medium heat, this should only take maybe 30 seconds, and then we flip it over. Easy peasy. So it's time to flip them. I just do it like this. I just use my hand. I'll flip them over. This should only take 20-30 seconds or more. Tortillas are done. So we're just coming over here to our plate. Drop it in there. Like that. Prep it up. Put some meat on there.
Yummy.
Yeah.
It's got that color.
Dress it with some onion.
Yeah.
That's that right color, man. Love you.
Cilantro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I squeeze some lime on there. And a little bit of that salsa.
Dude. I'm hungry now.
So there you go.
These tacos, at this point, you could add hot sauce to this if you wanted. The way I made these, they're already pretty spicy. But, you know, if you'd like to add a green sauce or a red sauce, whatever you like. But they're quick and easy. Street tacos. Bueno.
Bueno. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, so
Got me
like,
drooling over here, dude.
right? Yeah.
Sorry about that.
This is one of my favorites. And like you guys noticed, like behind me there, the supplement stack on the counter. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually crazy, but these were like spicy as hell. So yeah, that I enjoyed making this. I enjoy doing this. To me, it's a lot of fun and it's delicious and tasty. Apparently, Chris thinks it's boring. Put him to sleep. Sorry about that.
Okay, well, you know, you must
Can't
not
please
like food
everybody.
then.
Tix says bueno, so that means everything to me.
Have you never cooked professionally, have you, or have you?
So yes and no. That answer. I used to do for the Scouts Honor Society. I used to be the head chef for them. So like whenever they would have a weekend event, they would come to out. So I was working a dining hall with like professional equipment. And so I would be cooking anywhere from like 150 to 400 people all weekend. Right.
Wow.
So, of course that was just like volunteer. Nobody's paying me to do that, but
Yeah.
it is like working a professional kitchen. It's a lot of fun.
How did you get into? You didn't go to like school for culinary or anything, did you? Or did you ever work in like a restaurant cooking or anything? No, just that.
No. I mean, I would love to be a professional chef sometimes.
Yeah.
I would not love to deal with all the crap that comes with it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of like crazy things that happen there, and it's also like there's not as many days off. You know what I mean?
100%. I would never. I love to cook, but I would never be a chef in a restaurant. It's just not. Yeah. You work too many hours, and yeah, unless you're a big time guy, you probably. I mean, I'm sure most chefs like make a decent living, but I mean, just unless you're a big time chef, it's not like you're making crazy money or anything like that. So,
right. Well, and getting to do that volunteer work kind of like had thanks for joining us, Cloud King. That
appreciate you.
That kind of scratched that itch a little bit for me. My sister actually went to culinary school.
Okay. Nice.
Graduated, and she found the thing that truly made her happy in life. Like for me right now, I work in Web3. I get up every day. I'm excited. It's not a job. Okay. It's just exciting. My sister, she had found that thing with cooking. She was doing this and she was going on, but she developed the exact same allergy that I have, which is called oral allergy syndrome. And basically I'm allergic to uncooked fruits and vegetables. Okay. I know this sounds wild. It sounds weird. It's actually extremely common. Most people who have it, it's just like one thing, like they eat an apple and it makes their mouth itch.
Okay? My fiance has that.
Okay. She has that with,
and you said it too. It's with apples and carrots.
Yeah. Apples and carrots. So, and it's not the food itself that they're allergic to. It's the weeds, grasses, and trees that cross-pollinate with it. And if you cook it enough, it'll neutralize that allergen and they can eat it. Okay. For me, I have the version where basically all fruits and vegetables can't do it. Right. It'll make my palate bleed, skin burn, everything, itch, whatever. I don't go into anaphylactic shock. My sister, however, developed it to the point where if she just touches a tomato, she's got to use an EpiPen and go to the hospital or she would die. And
just touching?
Yeah, just touch it. Yeah. One time she got like a drop of like salsa on her cheek, just the tiniest drop on her cheek, and she had to go to the hospital. It was brutal.
Dude, that's so crazy. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and so as you can imagine, I mean, it's difficult to avoid that completely in every way. And and who she was working for, just like, sorry, this is too much liability. She had to stop. I mean, and she was tatted, cooking tats all through her. She completely blacked all that out. Serious depression. I mean, just imagine being allergic to Solana.
It would be like the end of my world right now.
Or allergic to beer, it's just,
serious, dude.
Yeah, so she had to quit doing that. I don't have that problem, but it's still, so anyway.
Sucky. What does she do now?
She works for some kind of like travel agency or something, one of those kind of things.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. So is she older or younger?
She's 1 year younger than me, and I developed this probably about 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so did you learn to cook from her, or you just kind of taught yourself?
No, man. I actually, growing up, my brothers and sister, they would not be around too much. Dad would be working, so it would be just me and mom, and I was a kid. And mom, I know she worked long, hard hours, so I would just go in the kitchen and just try and cook, right? I would just try things to do this. And I was just trying to be nice to my mom, and help her out because she worked all day. And, she never once complained. I'm sure I made a lot of really bad shit. She never ever complained because she didn't have to cook, but I learned a lot. Kid. Yeah, got some great stories for another time, but
well, the only reason I ask is because whenever I watch someone cook or like a cooking show or whatever, I always pay attention to their knife skills, and that tells me right there when you use a knife, I can tell if you cook or not, and I can tell you obviously cook. It's just the way that you do it, and then even the cilantro thing, you folded it over I can just tell you know what you're doing.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, for real.
Love it. That was really fun, dude. I appreciate
it. Man. Well, Casey, I appreciate you coming on today, and to the 255 people out there watching, including the one person on Suck It Out Twitch. Thank you all for joining. We're gonna wrap this up. I actually have another stream in 45 minutes, Heavy Metal Crime. So that's coming up.
I'll be there, brother.
Sweet. Casey, you are an outstanding dad. I just wanted to say to that, you're doing a good job. Keep going. Keep doing everything that you're doing in Web3. But the most important job that you're doing is being a dad. So actually, cheers to that. Cheers
to that, my friend. Take my last step.
Yeah. So thanks again, everybody. We're gonna head on out, and we will see you next Saturday right here on Suck It Out TV.
Take it easy, my friends. Rock on.
Rock on.